Hi, everyone. It's Diane Evans with stampinwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. So welcome to my YouTube or my Facebook Live. On Wednesdays, what I do is I do a mystery challenge, and I changed this up quite a few years ago. When I say quite a few years ago, probably over 2 years ago. And what I do is I pick something that I know that you probably have in your craft room, and basically just create something with it and then enter into the challenges. I just realized now as I'm saying this that I haven't drawn the random names for the challenges for last month, but I will make sure that I do that before Saturday. So what the clues are for today basically are reduce, reuse, and recycle. And, you know, why would I pick something like that? It's probably because I have a blog hop that I have to go in. And yes, that's true. So I can give you lots of different ideas of different things that you could actually use. You could use your scraps. You could use, you get your stuff in plastic. You could use a bubble wrap background. You could do your cardboard boxes. You could do a lot of different things. And I know I've talked about this one thing quite a few times. So I'm actually going to go ahead and show you how I'm going to go use it. And there's a lot more uses for this particular one. So let me just go on down to my desktop. Remember that this is part of a live. So if I do say hello to different people, it's because it's all part of live, right? So that way, at least I can say hello and really appreciate the people that do join me on my lives. All right. So for this one, we want to reduce what's in the landfill. We want to reuse certain things and also recycle them in ways that, help us with our climate change. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use this window sheet. This comes with a piece of acetate over top, and then it has this. And then what happens is these pieces now, and this is what's great, they used to be printed on here. And now they're not printed, so you can go ahead, just put that right into your stamp pad, or into your stamp like that. And see, what I usually do is I put these in as I'm using them. So if I have something that I've used, like a stamp set, I will turn around and use that. So I am using the Submarine Life again. I mean, this is the most, it's so adorable. So we are going to use that. Now, I'm going to tell you one thing. With that piece of window sheet that's in there, you have to go ahead and clean it. For this particular one, I guess there's other ones, but it does get a little grungy, and it's only because of the photopolymer stamps going on there. So I just went and I took this and I cleaned it. I was very careful that I didn't use any paper products on it. I just used a towel, and I went and I cleaned it with that, and I used Windex on it is what I did do. Okay, so let's see what we're going to do with this window sheet. Now, again, like I say, I'm using a Submarine Life. I'm going to lose this if I don't put it down in a certain spot. So I have, and we're going to reuse some stuff that in my stash here as well. So I have here, I have some Balmy Blue, and I've got some Blueberry Bushel. And I thought what I'd do is I'm going to do like an underwater sea sort of thing with that window sheet. But I'm also going to make it into a shaker card, because what better thing to do is to turn around and just use a shaker card, right? So this is going to come down here. And what I want to do first when I go to put this on here is this is cut out with the deckled circle. And what I want to do is I want to get that positioned in such a way that it's all going to be covered on there. And then I'm just coming in with a pencil, and I'm just going to mark this, because then that shows me where I want to stamp in this particular one. And then I'll just go ahead and erase that stuff afterwards. All right, so this has some really neat underground sort of or underwater type stuff on there. So I have some Pretty Peacock. I have some Blueberry Bushel. I also have some Granny Apple Green, and we're probably going to have to clean some of this stuff. So I know I'd showed this the other day. I'm just going to come in. I want some of this grass. Whoops. We're just going to go put that in there. I'm going to come in with a bit of the Pretty Peacock. And you notice I dipped it in there without cleaning it. It is a darker color, so it's not going to contaminate it. And you know, I really should be doing this on this mat. All right, another thing that I thought looked really undersea-ish. What a word, eh? Making up a word. I'm just going to use this one. And we're going to put a little bit of that in there. To me, it seems to me like, let's see. I'm going to use some Lost Lagoon as well. And I'm going to do the fish in some Lost Lagoon. So I have these little fish here as well. Don't be shy, say hi. So I'm just going to put that in there. And I really like this little school of fish. And I'm going to have that kind of coming out in the weeds. Like that. And I thought some of the other sea life things would be kind of fun in there. Like there's this little crab, there's the octopus, and then there's the starfish and this other fish. I'll see where that goes and I'll see where I want to put it. Now I'm going to come in and kind of clean some of that stuff off. Let's see. So we just want to make sure that we have some of that cleaned off. And don't be shy, say hi. All right. So other things that we can do in there, I thought what would be kind of neat is it has little bubbles in here as well. And my whole thought is I'm going to have the submarine sort of drifting by here. So I'm going to come in with my, this is Pretty Peacock. I really like these bubbles. I think they're amazing. Now you notice I've gone outside of where it's going to go. And I know that I'm going to put the submarine down here, so there's no point in putting anything down there, except that maybe I could put that little crab down there. And I'm going to do him in red. And I think I'll do him in Poppy Parade because I'm also going to go ahead and do my, my submarine in Poppy Parade as well. Okay, I know I've got some more in here. Hello from Indiana, and Pam, hello. Oh yeah, I'm back using this stamp set. This is recycle, reuse. I gotta get this thing out. Reduce, reuse, and recycle. And I'm using the window sheets. Just gonna have that go right about there. And we'll see how that's going to look on there. So see, there is what's going to happen when I put this in there, is that's what's going to show up there. All right. Now, it looks kind of plain at this point right now, but I want to show you. I am now going to come in with this window sheet. Like I say, this is from the stamp set. And whoops, oh, it's just stuck my fingers. I have some Stampin' Blends. And I have Night of Navy, Light and Dark Night of Navy. I don't know what this one is. I think it's Dark Night of Navy. And I also have on here, I think this is Lost Lagoon. So I'm just going to come here. And what I want to do is I just want to scribble this. And I'm going to get it right to the edges. So you're not really going to see this at this point. So let me come in and I'll show you with something underneath it. So see, it's going to just come in like that. And then I'm going to come in with my Night of Navy as well. I'm going to do dark and light. And this is fairly similar to what we kind of did with our vellum and our blends. And I'm going to come in with my dark Lost Lagoon as well. And let's just get that in there. And like I say, I want that right to the edge because I'm not sure where that's going to go. Now, I have my rubbing alcohol. I have 90% rubbing alcohol. And I'm going to do the same technique that I kind of did with the vellum. Now, the vellum is a little bit more porous, so it kind of works a little bit different. But I am going to now make some seawater or ocean water. And I think that'll just add to that part there. So let's see how that works. So see, if I turn that over, oh my goodness, that worked out okay. But I used up my scrap piece of white that I wanted for my stamping of my other stuff. So let me go and grab another piece. There we go. So this is going to act like the water underneath here. So I've got this on here, and I could have colored there, is what I could have done. But I thought this would be neat. And this way we're also reusing this stuff from our stamp sets, right? Now, if you don't have and you don't want to use that, I don't save those in there because I put it right onto my stamp set. More of a chance of losing stuff is what happens there. So then I just erase that off of there. And now this is dry. Take a look. Does that not look like water? That looks like water underwater, right? I think it turned out okay. All right, so on the back of this, I'm actually going to go ahead and put this onto the back, because remember what I'm doing is I am making a shaker card. So I could do this with glue, but I think I'm going to go in with tear and tape and do it that way. So I'm just going to come and put my tear and tape right on here because I don't want it to, I don't want that lifting at all. Let's see. And this one as well. Now, I was going to originally, what I was going to do was I was going to turn around and see how this is going to go right on there. Just like that. I'm just going to take, there we go. And then this is just going to go on here and see how that's going to make it look like it's underwater. Okay, so then, now another thing that I'm going to reuse is I love my adhesive foam sheets. Now these are the ones that you can make your own dimensionals and that sort of stuff. But I have this, and I thought, well, instead of using those sheets, the strips, because mine actually need to be, I need to get more of them. So I'm just going to come here. Oh, I got something on here. And I'm just going to go ahead and use this. And this is going to act for my shaker card. So again, like I say, we're reusing this, which is great. So I'm just going to come in there like that, put that in there. This one will go along here as well. And then I've got the shorter ones that I can cut from here. So I feel like I'm doing good to the planet. Okay. Now let's go ahead and put that in there. You're not going to see this part anyways. And I want this fairly close. So I'm going to come down here and do it down there. And then this one will go down there as well. I think the hardest part is putting the shaker together, right? So this is just going to go on there. And then this piece here just goes down here, and I'll just trim that off. Like I say, we don't want any of those sequins to come out, so we're going to make sure that this, and I know that this is good and sticky, so like that. Oops. So like I say, I've reused the inside part. Now I'm going to use this part here, because this is going to come in here, and then we'll use that other portion in there. Hello, Karen. So this is reduce, reuse, and recycle, and we use the window sheets from the inside of the photopolymer stamp sets. And then I've got a bunch of these pieces. I knew I had these for a reason. You could use these for dimensionals too, but I just think they're great big pieces that I can use them for that. So if you missed this, you may want to go back in to see how I went about to do that. So now, that was not very bright. I just thought of something. Anyways, what I'm going to do now is this is going to go onto here. So I'm going to do this the same way that I do with my tear and tape. Is I'm just going to go ahead and put this off to the side like this. This one's going to come off to the side here. And I take this part off. Get this down there. I do this so that it doesn't stick down all the way. And now this piece can go like this. And now what we want to do is we want to put our sequins in first, right? Before I put this down. So, whoops. There we go. All right. So I was going along and I thought, oh, these sequins would be amazing in there. And then I thought, well, we have other ones. So I have this. And then there's also these iridescent shaker circles that I thought would look kind of neat down there as well, because our oceans are really different. So let's go ahead and put that in there. And I don't know how much you need. I always worry about that part. We want to get this so it's mixed up. There we go. I'm hoping that that's about right. Just going to come put those on because I know me. And then what we're going to do then is we're going to come in with this. You know what? I think I'll just take these ones off completely. And see, we're just going to get that right on there. Now I've got them kind of, let's see, do I have enough? Yeah, there'll be enough on there. So I'll just tear that part off. And I'll tear this part off, and then that will, then I've got that good and sealed. Okay, so there we go. We've got a shaker card made from that window. That's going to go on there. But now what we want to do is we want to go and let's get our submarine on there. So I need this on this foam rubber sheet. You know what? This was not the piece that I picked. And I am going to do a red submarine. Oh, that's not right. But I haven't put that on there yet, so that'll still be okay. And now I'm going to come in with my Poppy Parade. Hello, Colleen. So let's just stamp that one up. Go. I like how dark that went. And let's just punch that out. Now I'm also going to come and I'm going to stamp that propeller. Just like that. That. And then this could go on there like that. then I think I'm going to go in and stamp that with, I could do it in black, but let's try the basic gray again. I know last time I did it in basic gray, it wasn't dark enough. So I'll really try to get it good and darkened. All right. You know what we covered up there is that really cute little crab. Okay, so now what I like to do is turn my thing over and see how this is going to stamp. You know what? I can put it right up there. And I can go in with this. I never thought I'd use this more than I did. But I found out my grandson really thinks submarines are pretty cool. So, all right, so let me go in here. Just hold that down. There we go. We'll just put that guy right on there. And you know, what I should have done before I did any of that other stuff was I should have gone in. Whoops. Ooh, that's way too much. So we'll just come in with our I'll just put that on. I should have put the sentiment on there, but we'll just go ahead and do that in another one. There we go. So this can go right here. Whoops, let's get this up there. And we need to have that periscope, right? This that poor little crab doesn't get seen very much. You know, if I covered it up like that, what I could do is I could turn around and take that crab. And there's no reason why I can't. And I think I will. And I think also, should I do the propeller too? I don't know where my propeller went to. Or my periscope. Well, let's go ahead and I'm just going to actually, whoops, cut out that periscope. And I can take, and you know, this is a whimsical card. It won't really matter, right? So if I decide I want it to go this way, do I want it to go that way? No, it goes this way. Do I want it? Yeah, we'll do it that way. So I can come in, you know what? I'm going to come in with the blueberry bushel, the dark blueberry bushel. I'm just going to just color this. There we go. And I'll just stick that on with that little tiny bit of glue that I had from before. Oh, where did it go? There we go. So we've got the periscope going like that. So remember, I had that extra bit of glue on there. Just put that on there. Seems like I really like all this fiddly little stuff lately. So let's put the periscope right there. Fun. And then I know it was here, and now I've lost it. Oh, there it is. And we're even going to go ahead, and I think we can go and fussy cut this out. I might regret doing that fussy cutting. Just like so. Oh, he'll be okay. I really like this guy. I like the octopus too, but I really like this crab. They make me chuckle when I'm at a beach. There we go. Okay, so like I say, I've colored that. Hello, Lila. This is going to go on here like so. We're going to get this little guy right here. And what we need to do too is, you know, with the words, I think what I can do, and I don't know if this is big enough to do it, but sending oceans of love. That's a cute one. So I'll just like that. Let's go into our blueberry bushel. And I think those little circles in there really add to it, don't they? Okay. You know, I'm like that too, Pam. Pam says that you revert back to your childhood. I never used to like any of this cutesy stuff. I really, really never did. But I tell you, I'm so drawn to it now. Mind you, my grandkids are not that young. That wasn't very good. My grandkids, you know what? I got to do it onto the mat. That's the reason. There. Always remember when you're using photopolymers to use one of these foam adhesive sheets or these paper piercing mats, because it really helps stamp better. All right, so we have this, and we're going to put this sending oceans of love. Oh, hello. This is just going to go there. You know what? I don't even know if that's going to go in there. There we go. All right. So we have reused that inside window sheet for our shaker card. So let's go ahead and get this put on here. And this has a bit of weight to it, so we want to make sure that it's going to stay down on this. And we probably should have also had a piece of white for the inside. So again, if you missed the beginning, what this I colored with my stamping blends and gave an ocean type view because I didn't do that onto the white cardstock. Let's put this, and I'm not going to pop this up, I don't think. Or should I? You know what? I'm going to. And you know what? We're on that reuse and everything else. So I'm going to go ahead. And this, I really can't use these for much. So I'm just going to come in here. Take those off. It's really nice when you can use up some of these scraps. These are precious scraps. So like I say, for this challenge, you could turn around, you could use scraps. You could use a window sheet as well, make your own shaker card. You could use cardboard boxes. You could use the bubble wrap to do a bubble wrap thing. You could do, what else could you use? You could use cellophane. You could do a lot of different things on there. So that's just going to go right about there. Let's go ahead, put this guy. I think I'll just go in with dimensionals for this one. Let's see. There. One up at the front. We'll just sort of leave that where it's going. There we go. And you know what? We could have him out there. Does he look kind of out of place, or we could put him on the inside? So I'd need another piece for the inside. Which I went and cut a bunch of these this morning. Thanks, Lila. Remember, if you like this, share my video. Sending oceans of love. Just floating by to say hi. You are sublime. Hello. So you know what? Let's go. And you know what? I'm going to put him over on the left-hand side this time. Oh, you recycle your cards that you're given. Oh, that's nice. That's a great way too, is take a picture of your card ahead of time and then recycle it. Oh, very nice. That's a great idea. Let me just put that there. Go ahead and put that on the inside. You can tell this is a new glue, that's for sure. To me, it just needs something else here. So don't forget about this part here, because that's what we used, right? We just used that. The store-bought ones you recycle. All right, so do we need anything else? That's got a lot of fun going on there. These circle ones look like bubbles is what they look like. And I don't think I've got too much in, or not enough in there. Now, if I want, I could go ahead and put some of these sequins on the front here. Like you could, you know, you could have it where it's kind of down here. I don't know. Actually, that wouldn't look too bad. So I'm just actually going to take this so it'll look like it's overflowing. I'm going to let that kind of just dry just a little bit. And then we'll put that in there. There we go. Awesome. So if you like that, give me the thumbs up, share my video. I really do appreciate it. Remember that to post your cards from this mystery challenge, because it was recycle, reuse, and reduce. So I have saved the landfills a little bit by using that. I also what else did I do on here? I went and what else did I do? Oh, yes. And then I turned around and I used my little scraps that I have in here. So that's another good thing that I did, because I forget about this, that's for sure. And then, yeah, so let me go. I'm not going to actually do that there. I'm just going to come here. Just want something else on this card. There we go. So I'm just going to take this and put that there. So I hope you enjoyed that. Like I say, it's definitely going to, oh, thanks. It definitely gives you something else to think about. And what little guy would not like that? Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, that would be a fun one. Kind of like my slider card. Anyways, okay, awesome. All right, this will actually be on my blog tomorrow. Just to let you know. So the measurements and everything else will be on there. If you have any questions at all, just reach out. Remember to do that. If you have certain things that you'd like to see done, remember to also message me on there. If you like that, give me the thumbs up, share my video. I really do appreciate it. And if you live in Canada and you don't have a demonstrator, I'd love to work with you. All right, you guys, remember to create because it's great for the soul. And we will talk to you tomorrow, 4:15 tomorrow. Pacific time is part of my Now What, where I'll take something and I might show you a different use of it. I might just show you something that you've thought of doing with it with a little bit of a twist. All right, you guys, bye for now.